Hello and welcome to It's Your Business with Mario Toneguzzi on Megapix Media. Joining me today is James Robertson, who is President and CEO of the University of Calgary Properties Group. Thanks for joining us today, James.
Great to be here. Thanks, Mario.
Well, let me just start by asking you, what is the University of Calgary Properties Group?
Well, it's an organization that was set up previously known as West Campus to develop the lands now known as University District. Since the time of that, we have transitioned in our role as trustee for University District Trust and have now added University Innovation Quarter Trust as our newest project.
Okay, now that was formerly known as University Research Park, correct?
Correct, yes.
Okay, tell me what those innovation quarter lands encompass, in terms of land size and what's
sure.
there now.
So many Calgarians will know it as University Research Park. From some commercial buildings that have been on site, you might know it as Smart Technologies have a headquarters here, CMG have a headquarters here, but there's a number of older buildings, from anything from the 1961, I think is the earliest building here, that were developed at various states of the local economy, various times of construction. So petrochemical and oil and gas buildings or research facilities were here, as well as some biomedical. The overall, it's 74 acres. It's about 12 buildings on site right now, but it's developed in a very different mindset for a very different time. And we're looking to modernize it. And we'll talk more about the vision here, I'm sure.
Okay, and where exactly is it located?
Oh, yeah, for sure. It's on the north side of 32nd Avenue, northwest, immediately west/south of Crowchild, and all the land surrounding the Brentwood LRT on the southwest side.
Okay, then, so right across, basically across from the Brentwood LRT and the Brentwood shopping center area.
Correct.
Okay, obviously a great location, right?
Real estate, location, and this site has it for sure. Yeah.
Okay, super. So tell me what the vision is for the future, and what do you see as the potential for that site?
Well, and so there's a couple of components I'll use to answer that question. First and foremost is the university has, as you've probably been aware of, and a number of their announcements have really taken on an entrepreneurship aspect to their academic program and research program. And one of the elements is there's a lot of great talent that has the opportunity to commercialize and get into entrepreneurship. And our job is strictly on the real estate side, is to provide that physical environment that encourages it and enables that research and transition out of the university into our local economy.
Okay, then. So what kind of, what do you foresee on there? Is it more commercial, research space, or do you see any like retail or residential space possibly out there?
Well, and it's hard to do right now, but when we've looked at these innovation areas or quarters beside major universities, they're a little bit of everything. They're really focused on the university and the programs coming out of the university. So as an example, we have Vakova on site, and they do some social entrepreneurship and social efforts that would well fit into the park. Last year, the university took over the previous building occupied by Shell, rebranded it Life Science Innovation Hub, and it's a lab that really focuses on biomedical. So we see those type of tenants being a cornerstone of this development as we move forward. But we also know that it takes more than just some easy buildings to really create that innovation and entrepreneurship environment. And do we need restaurants and coffee shop and things that really create a place where people want to stay? And we want to make sure we're not losing the talent and the intelligence out of the university. We want to provide a place for them to grow that talent and that research they've done to date.
Okay, super. Now, I remember a few years ago, James, and I don't know if you saw him or not, but the former mayor of Pittsburgh was in Calgary,
Yeah.
and he spoke about diversification. He was here to talk about what Pittsburgh had done in terms of some of its sports centers and new arenas, et cetera. So it was that the conversation was all about when we were talking about the new hockey arena here. But one of the things that struck me was how he talked a lot about how universities could be engines of economic growth. Can you talk a little bit about that and where U of C sees its role here? Obviously, University District is booming and growing like crazy. Now we've got this. Is that part of that plan to that the university becomes more of an economic engine?
Well, I think it is an economic engine to be quite, and I think I 100% agree with you that it's the ability of a university to contribute to the local economy is immense. It's simple as that. The intelligence of the students attending the university, the research being done by both students and faculty, the grants that come in, the donations that come in to sponsor research are enormous. But it's not, it's one of the things that I think we always have to be careful about is there's a number of aspects to changing an economy and diversification. It's not just about the talent in the community. It's not just about the buildings in the community. It's about a combination thereof. And an example is our problem downtown. We've got lots of office space,
Yeah.
and filling it is a challenge. So you have to create a real ecosystem. It is not one silver bullet solves the whole problem. We have to create a physical environment, and that's the trust job. The UCP's job is to create the physical environment to allow that research, to attract that talent, to create that hive of activity. But it's the research and the programs at the university that will really drive this engine. It's, we can go create a great space anywhere, but without the university, we don't get that innovation. We don't get that energy that they provide and the expertise that they provide.
Okay, super. Now, so can you explain maybe just what is the process and timeline now for this University Innovation Quarterlands?
Well, it's a pretty tough economy right now. So giving a timeline would be just a shot in the dark. But what I can tell you is that in 2021, we will start the master planning strategy. And there will be lots of stakeholder engagement with surrounding communities and key areas of the university, both students, faculty, researcher, and staff, the city of Calgary. We want to, just like we did with University District, is to make this a win, not just for us, but for everyone involved. I suspect that will take us a year to 2 years to do. If there's opportunities that come along during that process, then we will be nimble and respond to them. And that's going to be an ongoing challenge, is how do we plan at the same time being nimble and flexible to change.
Okay, super then. Well, thanks very much for joining us today, James.
Thanks for the opportunity to chat about it.
Okay, super. That was James Robertson, who is president and CEO of the University of Calgary Properties Group. This has been It's Your Business with Mario Toneguzzi on Megapix Media. Thanks for joining us today.